Hello, this is Phil Kesler in Serenity Valley, Tai Chi. Welcome to another video in our series. Today we'll be doing Form 2, Seated. As I mentioned in a previous video, Tai Chi is both for standing as well as seated. So depending on your health condition, how you're feeling a particular day, you can do it either way. And so I encourage people of all health conditions uh, to take advantage of this great opportunity to learn how to improve your breathing, your overall health and well-being, um, and don't let whether you can stand be a limiting factor. And so I invite you to try some of these moves. Uh, this flow consists of 4 moves, and I'll demonstrate that uh, step by step, and then we'll flow through it a few times so you can get the hang of it. So, um, as I mentioned before, ideally you want to find a chair that won't move, that can lock into position. If you're in a wheelchair, that can lock down. Best is to have a chair that doesn't have arms, uh, for when you're actually doing the moves, so it doesn't get in the way of your movement. So without further ado, we'll get started. We want to let our arms float out and let them float in front, and then let our arms drop in the elbows, and then push down in the front as if we're pushing down a log. And we're going to grab a small energy ball, form a small energy ball like a football off to our side to start with as we come down. And that's the first thing we're going to do. So we're going to start off, the first move is called parting the wild horse's mane. So we're going to just bring our hand out, simple gesture like this, kind of about the distance that you would if you're reading a newspaper, or for some of us that are getting a little older, maybe the distance we would hold a book if we weren't wearing our bifocals or our glasses weren't adjusted quite right. So about this far. So we're going to part the wild horse's mane, and then we're going to block, and then we're going to bring this hand down with this hand still moving in front of it, always as a block. Okay, this hand is going to come down, and we're going to have the needle dive to the bottom of the ocean. Okay, we're going to keep our back straight up. Okay, and this needle's going to dive, it's going to come up, and then as it comes up, it's going to become a cloud. And so we're going to go to our hands wave like clouds, or cloudy hands. And as has been mentioned before in other videos, we're going to follow our hands with our eyes. And when it comes across all the way, we'll change hands, and it'll be a cloudy hand again on the other side. And now, the second time it's going to come across, it becomes a transitionary move. And if you want to wave your fingers, you can, but it's a kind of like waves, or a lake, you know, this transitionary move that we're making to the other side. And as we come across, we're going to leave this arm out. This arm is going to come up and under, more or less where you button a shirt. And as it comes under and up, then this arm's going to come up and this arm's going to come down. And this is what we call lifting heaven and pushing earth. And as the as the story goes in Chinese history, um, it took 8 centuries for a god to separate the heavens and the earth, and when he finally did, he was exhausted and died of exhaustion doing it. So we lift heaven and we push earth. Now, if you can lift a leg a little bit, that becomes golden rooster stands on one leg. Okay, but you don't have to. That's okay. So this is the move that we're doing seated. And then from here, this arm swoops around and comes to become the lower hand, and then this hand is the top of our energy football. And now we're going to do the same thing on this other side. So we're going to cast out, or as we say, parting the wild horse's mane on this side, and then we're going to block, and this hand goes down when that happens, and we're going to block, and then this hand is going to come up temple level, and then it's going to dive down. The needle dives to the bottom of the ocean here, and then comes up and becomes a cloud. Okay, as we said before. So we're going to have the cloudy hands again, and then the cloudy hands again. We're going to watch it go across, all the way across. And this whole time we're going to be slowly breathing in and out. And then once it gets to the other side, then we're going to do this transitionary movement to the other side now. Okay? And we're going to bring this arm up. And now we're going to, on this side, lift heaven, and push earth. Okay? And so that's where the sequence would end. But we're going to do it a couple more times. So we're going to continue on the flow. And it's important to understand that what we're trying to get to is we're trying to get to where you can do this for maybe a half an hour and without stopping, so that you can get the best advantage of the circulation and the meditation and motion effect of Tai Chi. So we're going to part the wild horse's mane here. We're going to block, and then we're going to have the needle diving to the bottom of the ocean, and cloudy hands, and breathing slow in and out. Transition. Lifting heaven and pushing earth. Coming around to reload. Parting the wild horse's mane. Block. Needle dives to the bottom of the ocean. Becomes a cloud. As you practice it more and more, you'll get to where you don't have jerky movements, but you'll be more flowing as you go. At first, it takes a little while to get the different movements down, but after a while, they start to flow as one movement. Kind of like when you're learning to write cursive letters, if you write cursive letters, um, and um, and then you did cursive writing in school, and then you learned to put together a word, you know. Then writing started to flow after that. I hope this demonstration has been helpful for you, and hope you'll enjoy other videos on this series, both standing and seated. Uh, Take advantage of the Qigong videos, the guided meditation videos, and other tools that we have available, and we'll try to continue to provide for you that will aid you in your journey toward self-discovery, uh, health, and wholeness. Have a fantastic day. Thank you, and come back again.